everyone, and welcome to another edition of my 15 minutes. This is Old Folks Boogie 2, the YouTube channel that I founded, and that virtually nobody watches, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's just something I wanted to do. This is a 15-minute session I do every day. I do it, and I'm going to do it for 365 days, 366 days. This is leap year, election year. I just talk about whatever I want to talk about, and hopefully we'll get 365 days of it in. It's not easy to think of something to talk about every day. Normally I don't even think about anything because I'm 70 years old, and that's why I did this in the first place. But anyway, today I did have something I wanted to talk about. I've been doing some research since I've been doing this for the last month or so. I did some research before I started it, but I did a little bit more since then. Also, it turns out that I'm going to Texas in late April and staying through most of May, coming back for a little bit, then going back to Texas, then coming back a little bit. So I won't be here. I won't have my little studio behind me that I feel comfortable in. So I've been trying to figure out how to take this stuff on the road. This particular camera that I have, the Nikon, is a great little camera, and I have no problem with that at all. It does a great job, but it's not exactly what I want to. It's not what it's designed to use for. It's not designed to be used for this particular purpose. It's not a webcam. It's not a it's just not. It's a nice camera. Don't get me wrong. It's got a really great zoom. Seriously, 0 to crazy. I don't know. I've forgotten what the 35 millimeter equivalent is, but it's over 1,000 millimeters. It's like 24 to 1,000 or some craziness. But anyway, great camera. We've had taken great pictures with it. Some really terrific shots. My daughter Anne-Marie took a really phenomenal photograph once, and I don't know where that got to. As a matter of fact, I wish I did. That's one of the photographs I've been searching for as I'm looking through cards and different things and dealing with all the photography crap that I've had over the years. That I never got rid of. But anyway, in the research that I've been trying to figure out how to take this show on the road, more or less. How to take it with me easily, compactly. I'm not sure I'm not sure I can pack compactly, actually. So I'm not positive about that. But it turns out that the device that I already use and know fairly well, maybe I use 2 or 3% of its power, but it's a Note 9. It's a Samsung Galaxy. I'm an Android person. Everybody else in this family is an iPhone person, but I like Android and I like the Galaxy Note 9 especially. And I just like the Galaxy series of phones anyway, and the Note 9 is a really nice phone. But it turns out it also has a really pretty good camera. And you can do some interesting things with it. And I can take video and so what I got was, I took this and I figured out that other people are using it with this device. This is the DJI Mobile 3 gimbal. It's a handheld gimbal. It gives you really amazing control over the smartphone that you've got. So what you do is you take this little device, and by the way, this is folded up for travel. I'll unfold it in a minute, but it's the way it comes in the box. It was designed to do this. I guess the others, there's no Mobile 2. This is the Mobile 3. The Mobile 2 didn't, do so well in that department. So there's a little arrow here that says you put your camera phone on that side of the aisle, and so you push down. Try to anyway. Anyway, you mount the thing. You try to get it to balance. Not quite. There we go. So now it's balanced. Pretty close. If you spin it, it comes back and centers itself. So anyway, then real simply, you unfold it. You can find plenty of these guys talking about this thing on the web. And watch what happens when you turn it on. It's really pretty cool. There you go. Then, just a matter of turning on the software. DJI Mobile is the name of the software. And it finds the camera and it connects to it automatically. And then it turns it on. And once it turns it on, you're set up. It's got all kinds of functionality. It does some very, very interesting things. You can take the gimbal and you can spin it. Like this. Turn it around. And go back around again. Okay. So, and you make it tilt. That's the power part of it. And the other part is it tilts up and back, and so you're changing the angle of the camera and so on. But what's really interesting to me is that the extra parts of the software that it has. For instance, it has face tracking. So I can go stand on the other side of the camera, on that side. Oh, and watch this, by the way. This is pretty cool. And it goes into landscape mode. Just had to push of a button. But anyway, so I can go sit in front of it, give it a signal with my hands, and it will latch onto my face. And then wherever I go, the gimbal will spin and follow me around the room. Or wherever I happen to be. I could move this way, or I could stand up and move. I don't know how strong the latch mechanism is, but it's still pretty cool. And so, this I thought, has a tripod mount, so I thought, okay, well, I'll put a small tripod, which I have, I'll put it on that, and I'll put it on a little tabletop, and wherever I am, I'll record myself for my 15 minutes and upload it directly from the phone, possibly. I'm not sure about that. It depends on how fast that speed is, but anyway, I'm going to turn this off now, because as you can see, it's it's really pretty slick. And the phone just stays there wherever you go. It doesn't exactly stay there. If you're too violent, it does move. But if you take it slow and gentle, and and it's got and when you're using the software, it's got some really amazing functionality in it. I mean, it's really. I'm amazed at this thing. I did have an issue. Again, I'm going to turn it off. And it turns itself off. Turn the phone off. Pull everything apart. And then it folds back up nice and neat. Nice and tight packaging, easy to transport. But anyway, it is very inexpensive. I can't believe this technology is available for the price. Gimbal technology, Steadicam technology, that kind of thing. That's always been such an expensive thing. There is some issues though. I can't get to the files directly on the Note 9. I can't get to the files that I need directly using my Macintosh. I can't even see them. I don't know why DJI washes their hands of the whole thing, because they say, oh, the Note 9 doesn't even work. It's not one of the approved phones. Well, it's within the guidelines. It's within the size limits and the weight limits, and everybody else is using it out there. But if you want to edit video or you want to do any video work at all on the Mac, it's almost impossible to get it off of this thing onto it. You can't even, I can see the DJI folder when I go in there. DJI, that's, by the way, that's the same people that make all the drones. You know, they're probably the top drone maker there is. But anyway, I can't even see the files in their folder. I can't even open that folder within the Mac environment because I have to use Android file transfer. But anyway, so I actually have, luckily, I have an old Acer laptop that's running Windows 7 that I had just cleared a month or so ago and reinstalled the operating system from the hard drive partition, not from another disk, but directly from the one, a full restore. And so it's sitting around here. I tried to get it to run a piece of software that would only run on a Windows 2000 machine or earlier, but that I couldn't get it to work. But anyway, so I pulled it out and I plugged the Note 9 into it, and it acts just like another drive on the system. I can see the SD card, I can see the phone memory. So I've got 128 gigs on one and 128 gig on the other. I can see them both, and I can read everything. So I was able to copy all the images and back up everything that I needed to back up and start clearing stuff out of here. But I couldn't do it on the Mac. The Android file transfer software is so cumbersome and so ridiculous that I couldn't deal with it. And so I had to move over to a PC running an old Windows 7. Windows 7 Home, I think. Not even sure. Doesn't matter. It worked. I got the files I need. I could pull them off. I learned I could do with that, so I can take that with me on the trip when I go. But in the meantime, I'm going to start practicing with it. I may take it out into public. I may post another thing. With my travels around. Post some pictures of my kitties. Like there's one right there. Hey. Hey, doll. You been on TV before? Do you want to be on TV again? No? Mac. Come here, Max. Max is here too. Jeez. It's like old home week or something for cats. But they won't show up on the screen, and I'm not about to, go and capture them. If they were to jump on my lap or something, that would be nice, but that's not going to happen. They don't do that kind of thing. Anyway, so this is, my solution, I think, for the road, and maybe even for anything. I don't know. I may change over if I really like what it does. I may change over completely. It's I can shoot 4K on this, but I would still only shoot 1080p because that's all I really need to upload anyway to YouTube. I'm not shooting a cinema. 1080p is certainly adequate. Would be nice to shoot a cinema, but I don't even know how to write a script. So but I just think this technology is too cool for words. I think this little device here. I've tried it around the house here, walking with it. It's really smooth. You can do some really interesting things. We'll see. I was hoping I could get it to latch onto the cat and follow the cat around, but I couldn't do that. You have to do it manually, I guess. And I don't see any remote for it. I don't see any way to do it remotely. But anyway, it's still pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. I got it off of Walmart, if anybody wants to know. That's where I go to. It's either Walmart or Amazon. And this was actually a better deal, and it was delivered. I picked it right up at Walmart for free. They were a little bit better buy than Amazon. Not a lot. There's never much of a difference between them. But a lot of times Amazon will get it to you faster than Walmart will. But some things, Walmart's just as fast at. So, but anyway, we'll see. I'll show you how it goes later. If I get it set up and start to use it, I'll actually film a little bit of the use. It's right. We'll see. I don't know anything yet. Everything I do is an experiment. There is nothing that I'm doing that I've ever done before here. And except for say goodnight, which I have done every night for the last 31 nights. Tonight's the 31st. Yay! Here we go. This is my last matching night. So good night. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Be good to each other.